Hollow Knight is a spectacular game with a gorgeous hand-drawn art style and professional quality animation, which make for some truly beautiful and breathtaking graphics and story moments. However, the game also doesn't shy away from taking a turn towards the dark, unsettling, and downright terrifying. In the spirit of the spooky season, I'll be counting down what I believe are the top 10 scariest things in Hollow Knight for this video. Number 10, Grub Mimics. Even if you're not the kind of person who's easily startled, the first one of these you run into without warning is bound to catch you off guard. Seeing what appears to be a precious, adorable little grub morph into this creature with fangs that starts screaming and running at you, and then killing it to see its outer grub-disguised skin laying on the ground, will make you suspicious of every jar you break from that point on. Number 9, the infected crossroads. This one involves a sort of false sense of security. The forgotten crossroads aren't very difficult to get through and act as a way to prepare you for the rest of the game's areas to come. But then you get back there to find the layout and creatures transformed into a twisted hellscape. Enemies that were normally easy to deal with, like the Vengeflies, are now much larger and stronger, and explode once you kill them as a little team cherry on top. It's all meant to make you feel like something is very wrong here, and it does. Number 8, corpse creepers. Just like grub mimics, these nasty little surprises pop up in a way you won't be expecting and will be freaked out by. The fact that they're spiders, a thing that many people, including me, are already afraid of, doesn't make it any better. Also, like the grub mimics, they make creepy noises and can move at you pretty fast, including falling on you from above where you didn't see them emerge from their husks. A parasite that somehow gets inside its victim before it dies and then takes over the host's body after death is just another level of horror. Number 7, the infection itself. Getting infected seems like something that would be worse than just dying. You have this bright light inside your head that you can't get rid of or fight off, then it totally takes over your mind and your body too. At some point, the infected husk that comes of it ceases to be you, but you're not really dead either. Only a small trace of your thoughts and who you were before will remain inside of what has essentially turned into a walking corpse, which can then be further taken over by something like spores, crystals, or an aforementioned corpse creeper. Number 6, the abyss. First, it's the seemingly endless drop down, then the piles of corpses that look just like the character you're playing as, then it's the void in the form of shade siblings and tendrils that all want to destroy you. Later on, it's a hole opening up to another room with even more corpses, and having to relive a memory of trying to escape while your siblings are all dying around you and their corpses fall right next to you the whole way up. Then you're left behind to die by your own father and sibling. Even the finer details, like the screaming faces in the Abyss Shriek room and the final thoughts of the dead bug in the lighthouse, are not for the faint of heart. Number 5, No Eyes' backstory. Just by looking at and listening to this ghost, you can tell that something extremely traumatizing must have happened to her. Clearly she ripped out her own eyes and is somehow afraid of her own children hurting her. But when you look into the backer's original idea, it only gets darker. She couldn't stop her children from becoming infected even after removing their eyes along with hers, and then the infected children ate her alive. If nothing else, that puts into perspective just how badly the infection will mess up anything and anyone it touches. Number 4, the Nightmare's Heart. I can see why this thing is kept in its own realm apart from the rest of the Dream Realm. That's how I'd want it if I were in charge of that. All the other creatures in this game are based on bugs, plants, and fungi, and then there's this abomination, which is a human heart full of fire with eyes all over it. What it does in the game is also horrifying. It has a boss burst out of it and then consume said boss once his fight is over. I definitely understand Brum's hesitancy, Elderbug's apprehension, and the White Lady's disdain for anything having to do with this horrid beast of a being. Number 3, the Sanctum Scholar's Stealing Soul. The alliteration is nice, but the actions being referred to were not. The results are just as terrifying as the experiments themselves. You've got the piles upon piles of corpses, the mistakes and follies who became malformed, and the soul warriors, twisters, and master who now have way more power than any one bug should have. It's hard to believe that they were originally trying to stop the infection because they created something just as bad, with equal amounts of innocent victims and broken minds. Even the Radiance herself would probably shudder at the things that took place within the Sanctum walls. Number 2, Nosc. From the start, you get the notion that whatever this is must be bad news, yet morbid curiosity leads you to follow it anyway. You walk past corpses with unsettling dream-nail dialogue, hear your exit get blocked, see more corpses strung from the ceiling with your own kind among them, and watch this thing transform one sickening step at a time. During the fight, it goes up on the ceiling where you can't see it and don't know when and where exactly it will come down, and the whole time it's wearing a shell just like yours, which it then drops once you kill it. As if all that wasn't bad enough, the developers really went and made this thing able to fly in the pantheon of Hallownest. Number 1, the Shade Lord. I can't imagine what it must have been like to be the very first person in the world to complete the pantheon of Hallownest when the Godmaster update released and seeing this monstrosity suddenly appear without any pretense. Instead of just hitting the Radiance with void tentacles, this thing rips open her face with one of its own uncannily human-like hands and then proceeds to rip her to shreds until she literally bursts. I also can't imagine being the Godseeker and witnessing this happen right in front of her. She was so excited to finally see the Radiance in action, but then this thing shows up and violently kills the Radiance, then comes for the Godseeker right after, grabbing onto her and then spilling out of her physical body back in the junk pit. It's only appropriate that the Shade Lord shows up at the end of the game and in the last DLC released for it. Nothing else in all of Hollow Knight could ever top such genuine horror. So what do you think? Do you agree with what I included in the list in the order I ranked it in? What are some other things in Hollow Knight that you find frightening? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and check out the rest of my channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.